This really might be some of the best artwork we see all year. And it kind of reminds me of the Gorillaz too. What's up everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And what I have for you boys and girls today is a review for the Flatbush Zombies album 3001: A Laced Odyssey. The Flatbush Zombies are a trio from out of Brooklyn, New York, and they're comprised of Michi Darko, Eric the Architect, and Zombie Juice. Now they've been putting in some work on the mixtape circuit for a couple of years now, but this is their debut album and I was actually looking forward to checking this one out because it's been hyped for a while and I like the original sound that they bring, man. They have a lot of originality, creativity, charisma, and the chemistry between the three is just great. There's not really any moment on this album where you're going to be bored. You got Michi Darko bringing that raspy voice and some dark content, Zombie Juice bringing a reckless and unique style with a lot of brags and boasts, and Eric the Architect more than holds his own, not only on the bars, but also on the beats because he produced this entire album. And he brought some fire to this shit, man. For just a couple examples, a Spike Lee joint has a smooth production with some jazz horns and content about how they're doing it independent and underground. Trade-Off has great verses from all of them, as well as some production that just grows and evolves throughout. And the song Ascension, whew, that shit is just an eerie, haunting banger with a really rambunctious hook about ascending and trying to be better than God. This one is definitely gonna turn up the night and get some people going crazy. So you are going to get a little bit of variety when it comes to the sounds here, but for the most part this album is very dark and just kind of gritty overall. At least that's how I thought it sounded. And this one hit me right from the start with the intro track, the Odyssey, man. This shit has some really epic string production with these crashing drums that kick in, just building the song up and, you know, sounding like one of those classic intros. And I liked all three verses on this one. You got Zombie Juice showing love to some of his inspirations, Eric the Architect working this great flow where there's an emphasis on the end of every bar, and Michi Darko actually had one of my favorite lines on the whole album on this track. He says how one of his fans' parents said that he sounds like he's the devil, but to him, he just sounds like a poor black kid from the ghetto. So I thought that was kind of a cool line, because I just pictured this stuffy parent who doesn't know shit just being like, listening to that goddamn devil music. And then Michi's just basically saying he's a product of his environment, man. He's rapping about what he's been through, who he is, or, you know, basically he's just being himself, and that's the music he wants to make. So, eat a dick, trying to put Michi Darko down. And I gotta say, man, he comes through with some of my favorite lines on this whole album. Like on the song Bounce, where he says that you'll die under the knife like Joan Rivers. On your favorite rap song, where he says that you should call him Conrad Murray because of how he murdered Mike, because Conrad Murray was obviously the doctor who killed Michael Jackson, or at least is being blamed for that. I didn't follow the whole story, but I know he was tied into that shit, so look it up if you're really that interested. And on R.I.P.C.D, I like that line when he says that he just wants head like ISIS, and that track has this really grungy, classic 90s boom bap beat to it. So once again, Eric did his damn thing with the production. I also like on R.I.P.C.D when Eric gets at the MCs who just lack originality, and the drowsy piano banger This Is It, which they just put a video out for, also covers this content because Eric is saying that a lot of artists out there are basically just puppets on strings. And I like that they're saying these type of things, man, because these guys did not have me bored like at all on this album. They are very creative, original, and unique, like I said. And in a landscape where so many rappers are doing the same damn thing, it is just refreshing to get some shit like this that's kind of dark, gritty, three MCs who bring something different into the fold, different styles of production. This is just a great album all around, man, and I give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's definitely going to make my top 10. Well, can't really say definitely because it's early, but as of now it's looking like it's going to make that list, and I expect it to make a lot of other people's lists as well because it's just a great album pretty much all around. The only songs on here that I didn't really care for are Fly Away and the Smoke Break Interlude, but those were just two short tracks, and the reason I didn't like them was just because of the harmonizing that was going on there. Wasn't really a fan of them. Didn't think they were awful, but they weren't as good as the other songs on this album, at least in my opinion. And this is all just what I think, so I want to hear what you guys think in the comments section. Hit me up down there. And make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. And one last thing, I just wanted to say I liked that Michi line when he got at Tyga and he said that he doesn't break the law like him because he likes his girls legal. Anyway, I'll see you next time.